Okay, today I'm going to show you how to fabric marble. Fabric marbling is starting to get popular more and more, and I actually learned how to do this during the summertime, and they used Carrageen and alum, and I didn't want to go out and spend all that, so I'm doing it the cheap and easy way with shaving cream and puff paint. So the supplies that you're going to need just regular Barbasol, there we go. Shaving cream, I got it from the dollar store, and yes, they will look at you strangely because I went and got about 15 of them. You will need a spoon. Again, I got these at the dollar store, $1 for 4 of them, so they were cheap. A ruler, you want to make sure it is a wooden ruler and not a plastic ruler, because when you go to scrape it off, it will move on you. So you want the wooden ones. And then a pencil, an unused one preferably, or you could also use toothpicks, etc. You will also need puff paint. The little ones work perfect, but if you have the larger ones, such as here, those work as well. You don't want it to have too much of a stream. I have used the tulip kind before, but it comes out too fast. And I've also used regular craft paint as well, and again, it comes out too fast. So for students or for children, you want to use the puff paint. So I'm going to put those all aside. With the puff paint, you want to choose at least 3 colors. So if you're learning about elements of design and color, you can certainly do like the primary colors, secondary colors, etc. And then you can even also go into color schemes, so students can do different color schemes. My students tended to like the glittery effect of the puff paint, so if you're doing for students or if you're doing it for yourself, glitter one kind of looks a little neat. Okay, you will also need trays of some sort. I just had these kind of laying around from aluminum things that we didn't have a use for. Pans, there we go. So I'm using those. You could also use cookie sheets. Whatever size will work for the area that you're using. Both of those work well. Just make sure that you wash those off. You're going to need plastic bags. You want to make sure that those are laid flat out. Fabric. The fabric that I used just regular white cotton fabric. Got it at Walmart. It was actually on sale, 2 yards for $4. You can also use fat quarters. If you use fat quarters, you would cut it into fourths. So each piece is about 8 by 11, so about a sheet of paper. Tonight I'm going to be trying it on some dark colored fabric as well to see what the effects turn out. Yeah, you can, if you're doing this with students or with younger children, I would definitely suggest putting a tablecloth, a plastic table cover over the table so it doesn't get messy. So with the fabric marbling, this is what we want it to come out and be. And I've actually put a couple of them into a photo frame, so you can they can put it up on their walls and stuff. So, okay, let's get this party started. Yee. This is one of my funnest. I love doing fabric marbling. Okay, so with the shaving cream, you're going to want a thin layer. You don't need a thick layer, just not even about a finger's width Okay, so that's probably good enough. And then my fabric is all pre-cut, okay, 8.5 by 8 by 11. It fits right into the tray. So I know, okay, I don't have to go all the way to the edges. I need to stay right in the middle. So using the back of my spoon, I'm just going to smooth it out. Again, thin layer is what you want here. So just like frosting a cake, you want to get as much of the air bubbles out as you can. Okay, so again, it's a very thin layer. That's about not even a half of an inch. I mean, I could probably give you my ruler and you can see how much it is. Yeah, like, not much. Not much. Just a thin layer on there. Okay. Now it's ready for the paint. So again, I have my 3 colors chosen. For the paint, you're just going to put a stream onto it. So that's what I'm going to do now. And my husband is the one who is video recording this, so thank you, honey. And you'll hear my daughters come in throughout the time.
Are you allergic to giraffes?
No, I'm not allergic to giraffes, but please stay outside. So my daughters tend to ask me anything. You can keep going the exact same way. I don't know why these are coming out weird. If you want more of the same color, that's the color that's going to be showing up. I'm going to put a little bit more there. And then I'm using a metallic color. Okay. So now's the part with the pencil. So what you're going to do is you're going to, you can do swirls. Swirls tend to work the best, but whatever design you do, it's going to go right onto your fabric. So if you don't like it, then you're going to have to start over again. So I'm just doing the top layer. I'm just not quite mixing in the colored paints. So like if I were to mix it in all the way like this, you don't want that. You just want to do the top. And I'm not going all the way down to the bottom. I'm just mixing in the shaving cream and the paint a little bit. Just to get the colors. Okay, so I like that design. I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm not gonna do it anymore. Again, it's up to you and what you would like to do. Okay, so I'm gonna take my fabric. I'm gonna lay it down, start it down here. Once I've placed it, I cannot pick it back up again. Okay, and now I'm going to pat it down. So now I can start, once I press it down, I can start to see those colors come through. So now I'm going to need my bag. And students might need a partner for this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to peel this off. So it's not going to look like much, but don't get discouraged just yet. to the side. Okay. So now it doesn't look like a whole lot, so what I have to do is I have to scrape this off. If you have younger students who you're doing this with, not high school, but middle school or even junior high school students, they need to partner up because it's probably be best for them. As an adult, I can hold it in one end and scrape it with the other hand. But with kids, they don't have that dexterity yet, so it's best to help. They need help. So with the ruler, with the metal side, you're going to put it all the way down to the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to put it all the way down to the bottom. You're going to use pressure, and you're going to push it against it all the way to the end. Okay? And you want to go fast. You don't want to go slow, or else you're going to be dragging the colors together. Okay, so just like that. And you can see that I have a little bit more shaving cream up here. So here's where a towel or near the sink comes in handy. I'm just going to scrape that off onto a paper towel, or my towel. It's an old one. And then you can turn the bag around, hold it from up here. You only need that little bit. And there you go. So that second time that I went by, I had still a little bit of that black gray in there, and it kind of ran it. But that's okay. So now you would let this dry. The next day, or once it's done drying, you would then iron it or press it so that the colors stay. Okay. This, somebody can put a little bit more shaving cream on it, use it again. I did about 3 to 4 just from one pan. It goes down the drain pretty easily, and as long as the students are using a thin layer, it should work out okay. And I'm gonna quickly do one with the dark colored fabric. Because I wanted to try it at the school, but I didn't have any colored fabric there. You can do this with shirts, with t-shirts. I have seen it done. You would just have to mark off the design that you want on it, or just do the t-shirt the way it is. Okay. So, let me see here. I have a navy fabric. I have white. We'll do white. We'll do a little violet red. That one I'm almost out of. We'll do the sparkles. And one more color. I would say at least choose 3 colors. We'll do this neon pink. You don't want any more than 3 colors. You could do it with 1 color, that is fine. It's just kind of what you want to do. You can also talk about careers as you do this. There has been people who get paid to fabric marble. And that's like large pieces of fabric, not the little ones that we're doing. So the plan that I had for these little 8x11 pieces of fabric is that students were going to make pencil cases with them. So last night I made a couple of jar opener things as well. So we'll kind of see, we'll kind of play it by ear and see what we want to do for my fashion class. Okay. Okay, so I like that design. I'm going to keep it. And we'll see if it works on the navy fabric. It was a little dirty. Thanks, Dean. So this will be a little bit harder to tell if it is done or not, but as long as you keep patting it down, you should be good. Okay. I'll wipe off my ruler real quick. Okay, that is ready. Okay, so again, we can't tell. I don't know if it will work, but we will see. I'm hoping that it does because this will be really neat. Okay, so again, I'm going to take my ruler. I can hold it all the way up here and start at the top. Make sure it's all the way down at the bottom. One swift scraping. Looks interesting. I'll probably scrape it off some more. And we'll see if we get a better the second time. I can definitely see the sparkles in it. And the good thing about this, everything you can put into the trash. Okay. Well, the design is pretty, but it doesn't really work on the darker colored fabrics. So now I know. Good thing I did that. Everything can pretty much be thrown away. You can keep your aluminum trays, but other than that, it's a pretty swift cleanup. So I hope you enjoyed the video and hope that you get to do some fabric marbling that is under $5, or it should be under $5. Okay, thank you.